Hello all. Before we begin the video, let's discuss CloudFoundation. CloudFoundation is the premier online training platform to help individuals and organizations gain knowledge and skills in the ever-growing cloud computing industry.
Okay. And I'm just selecting. If I want any translation of the language, I can able to select. Otherwise, I can select all, copy this and I can paste it here. Okay. So cost center also I have created it. You can see cost center also I have created. So you need to create a legal entity. Then you need to create a business unit, division, department, cost center also. We need to go and create. So apprentices, detail I'm not taking here. I can delete it. That is not required for division. Legal entity business unit, you can see here. These are linked with associated with this department. So division, I can take this one legal entity business unit. Okay. And so now you can see I have taken a start date. ID name, description, status, cost, center, division, legal entity and the business unit. And I can click on save. Now I created a department. Any questions here? No, but we need to create the structure in this way that we need to create a legal entity first, then we need to create a business unit. So when I create a legal entity, there is no association. Okay. So if you go and see here, when I go and create a legal entity, there is no association. Okay. But after creating the legal entity, you need to create a location, because in the location there is association with the legal entity. Okay. So first, after creating the legal entity, you can create a location. And after that, when you go into the business unit, you can see I have associated with the legal entity. Got it. Same thing with the division cost center and the department also. Got it. Yes. So I won't be creating all the entities because it is a very straightforward process. So you can go here. So when I'm going and creating a legal entity, you select here. You can specify the date as 11900, code name, description, status, standard working hours, currency, country. Okay, wherever you are maintaining the same one country, maintain the same country at everywhere and click on the same. Your entity will be created in the system. Same way, you can go and create a business unit also. So business unit start date also I need to take as 11900. Then we can able to take as an area ID name description and there is an association with the business unit and the legal entity. Just give me a moment. There is some rule which is there. That is the reason it is triggering. So, meanwhile, if you have any questions, you tell me before going into the another method. By the time, let me remove this option. Why I have removed it? The reason was that here it was generating the automatic number. That also in the coming sessions, I will tell you how we can able to configure it. So once it is been done, then when I'm just refreshing it, it would have removed. So that I just removed it. Okay, so this is something like after doing the configuration. Don't keep the configuration like this. Otherwise it will hamper to the other participants or the traders. Okay, so one method I shown you to the department how to create, and we can able to go and search for the records also. Can you see here? These are the records which has been created for the business unit. Now for going and creating the bulk records, we can go to import. Import and export. Okay. Import and export data. Okay. There you have options. One is download template. One is import data. So we will go and click on download template. Okay, for downloading template, you need to ask for the January content. January content means the MDF object, right? So here, what is the MDF object which you are doing? Department, right? So selecting the department and input the dependency as no. Okay, because if any other files are there, that will not be downloaded. So we will go and click on download. Once it has been downloaded, let me see. Okay. Just renaming it. I think the screen is not visible, right? Yes. Okay. Just. I will share my screen. Okay. Is the sheet visible for you? Yes. Okay. So here also you can see two headers are there, right? So this header and this header. So everything is visible. Again, I have not discussed the XML, but I will go and discuss the XML also for you people. So when we are defining the objects and the fields in the XML for foundation, every field will be having two things. One is the ID and one is a label. Okay. So the ID and the code is the standard one. Okay. And the label is something which we are creating or we can able to customize it. So the first part, which is showing this ID, that is the standard one. And the second thing which is showing here, that is the label one. Okay. So both will be showing. So don't get confused here. Okay. So here we have to specify the start date. Department ID. Okay. Then the name in English default value. Okay. This is not required. We can, because this is the translation. That globe icon, which you had seen then after the description, is also not required. Status. We can see the status, whatever. What is the status? So if it is active for A, inactive for I, and then we have the cost center ID also, which we need to update here. Okay. So for that what I will do? I have another sheet. Let me open that sheet also. So can you see here the record which has already been filled up earlier? So what I will do? I will just copy it and just rename that value. So that's how we can see. Okay. So here always, the start date will be MMDDYY. Oh, okay. 1/1/1900. Okay, that is the start date which we are keeping. And this is something which I will remove it. Okay, cool. Okay. Cool. Okay.
And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.